Hey man, I just tell the truth,
Come on, man.
and they don't like that.
Hey, to nobody.
To
like, I
her,
wouldn't
it's
know
a
what to say.
foreign concept because she's a woman.
I say thank you.
I've said it
and that's
before. I'll say it again. Women don't understand what men go through, or they don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
Let me be honest with you
Not
guys.
at
This
all.
happens all the time. Actually, I've been on dates where women do this stupid shit, and I immediately tell them, "Yeah, I leave," because the thing is with women, especially girls that do shit like that, they're ghetto, they're ratchet, and they don't have any type of respect a lot of the times. I've had it before where they'll like chase me and say, I'm sorry, I won't do that shit again. But all right, we're gonna restart this again.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yes. And then immediately from that point forward, best behavior. Because they know, bitch, what the fuck do you think this is? Like, I'm not one of these like Simpson coming. Because here's the thing.
Boys.
The way you enter is the way you're going to
Your
end.
exit.
So like when girls be on some bullshit like this, you got to check that immediately. Because you could tell she's been around some like some suckers that like let her get away with that shit. And it's also a very ratchet girl behavior when women do that. As you should. All this other shit. Bitch, the fuck do you think this? Do I look like Jaquarius? Get the fuck out of here.
Not Aquarius.
Yeah, because bro, I'll keep it. That's some nigga shit. Like
It is.
girls that do that, ghetto as fuck. And here's the thing: it doesn't always be black girls. White girls have tried this dumb shit on me. Hispanic girls, whatever. You gotta cook that. You gotta like immediately check that ratchet behavior right away. Like, who are you talking to? And then that snaps them back into reality. Like, oh shit, okay, I can't try this with this guy. So
You know the worst part? Let's say the guy, for example, is that guy. Now he's like, yo, fuck this shit. Why am I gonna be nice to girls because they're being mean to me when I'm being nice?
I
You know
just
what I'm saying?
snatched the fucking flowers out of her hand and stomped on them and then left.
no, he just left them. Like he just left it with the flowers, like an idiot.
Yeah.
So can
Like-
I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting. I'm in America. Like, do you guys like talk to girls like a period where you get to know them and you do due diligence before taking them out on a date, or you just meet them, date next week? What's it like?
It's called talking.
I think for a guy, you gotta plan a date first. Either FaceTime call or like text, and then you go on a date.
But that wouldn't be enough to gauge their
What
character.
what she's saying is she's saying like, do you talk to them before and pre-screen so that you don't deal with this bullshit when you meet her? That's what
Most
she's
guys
asking.
don't, but
Yeah.
we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We teach guys to do a FaceTime call, 15 to 20 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Feel the the landscape.
Yeah.
Make sure that she's cool, the energy's good, and then go on a date.
Yeah.
But to do it to cold turkey like this, maybe hard.
But I've been
because-
on plenty of dates cold turkey, and girls have tried that stupid shit. Because like this happens when you just you got a number, hey, let's meet, whatever, and then the thing with girls is like they'll see how far they can get, and then like you they do that shit like that. It's either you walk away or be like, who the fuck are you talking to, or some shit like that, and then like it's like fight or flight. Most of the time the girls bend immediately because like, oh my god, like they're shocked that like you stand up to them, because most guys are just happy to get on a date and they'll accept any bullshit that a girl will give. But when you tell like, who are you talking, like what, excuse me,
Also-
or you turn around. I've done it before. She says something I didn't like. I just immediately turn around. And she chased after me saying, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I was like, okay, we're going to start this over again.
Yeah.
I don't know who you've dealt with before. And I'm very stern like that. But like, you have to be that way with these, I hate to say it, well, like American women. A lot of them are very rude and abrasive, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like how women behave in the United States.
And this is why men go to like Colombia, Brazil, because they're tired of dealing with American women are masculine. No offense.
yeah.
Like rough.
They'll try
Because-
you, bro.
Yeah, they're tired of dealing with American women are masculine. No offense.
yeah.
Like rough.
They'll try
because-
you, bro.
Yeah. At least over there, they're more feminine.
That's like wildly
So to
disrespectful.
speak.
Like the fact that he opened a door, she still said that dumb shit. I'm like, what the
But remember, this is the man's point of view. You guys are probably like, she was not bad, but to us,
No,
it's like,
that's
hold on.
just terrible.
Open the door for you, give you flowers, and you're
I
like,
mean,
you
it's
should be doing this, nigga.
she had a bit of attitude, but like I don't think like
That
all
shit is
women.
disgusting. And here's
Not
another
all
thing too.
women, but
Ladies, let me
majority
be
do.
very, very honest with you. I'm gonna tell you, this is the realest shit you guys are gonna hear. The more money and status a man has, the less he's gonna tolerate your fuckery. Say that again. The less money,
I learned that
the more
on the
money
last
and more
podcast.
status a man has, the less he's gonna tolerate your fuckery. So in other words, if he's attractive, he has money, he has options, like that.
He's
You want
gonna
some
be-
bullshit? Get the fuck up out of here. Kick you out of his house. Have another girl, call another girl right there and then, or he'll like leave you dry. Like he won't give a shit. A man's tolerance to woman bullshit 9 out of 10 times is directly proportional to the amount of options he has. So the more women that are chasing him, the less patience he has for the bullshit, right? Because
Facts.
let me be very honest with you guys, even more so honest. Women are not fun to be around. You guys are annoying. You're not that interesting. You're not that intelligent. You don't really add too much to the conversation. There's not really much that men and women actually have interest in. Most of the time when men are pursuing you, it's just sexual, at least in the beginning, especially. So men aren't really that interested in women like that. Okay, now I know some of you guys might not like hearing that, but that's just the truth. At least the attractive ones. The losers that want their balls dropped or that want to get beat up and shit like that, yeah, they'll sit there and pretend to be entertained. But men that like have options that are attractive that you actually fucking want, they're not really that interested in talking to women. Because hyper-masculine men that women are attracted to don't like being around women because they want to make money, they want to be in the gym, they want to be pursuing things. And guys that are hyper-successful understand being around women, you're losing money most of the time, and you're losing time, and you could be doing something productive. So guys that really got their shit together don't like to be around women like that. They just don't. But these are the guys that tend to be the most attractive. So when they have options, they got shit going, they'll kick a girl to the curb right away because they're like, why the fuck am I over here dealing with, and you're being rude? I'm paying for the day, I'm hanging out with you, whatever, I'm giving you my time. I could be with a badder bitch than you that's not annoying. And that's the reality with guys that are attractive. Now, you might run across one of these guys maybe 10 times in your life. Like, they're not easy to find. I'm talking about the top 1 percentile guy. The guy that has a bunch of women, the guy that's very attractive, the guy that's charming, the guy that looks good, speaks well, smells good, isn't a weirdo, makes you feel comfortable when he sees you, is successful, that guy. But these guys have very low tolerance for female fuckery. So, like, women do dumb shit like this, bruh. Like
Instantly.
Instantly.
So you're
like,
saying-
I'm shocked that he even gave her because she tried him like 3 times. She tried him like 3 times. He gave her like, I think 1 chance, then another chance, and he just left. He gave her 2 strikes. Most other niggas, bro, they'll be like, bro.
As you should,
Maybe he
nigga.
like men, I don't know.
It's crazy.
Would you guys say that man in the video knows his worth?
100%.
Of course.
And would you? And obviously, you were talking about like the type of men. You know, would you say those kind of men are picky?
Yes, because what ends up happening is they're picky about, like, so when you get to that level, you're gonna want women with good behavior over bad bitches. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So like, okay, when you dealt with a lot of beautiful women, you start to realize that beautiful women are useless. They're stupid. They're not interesting. They don't have anything to say, and they don't have character development because they've been pretty their entire life. So they've just got shit handed to them. So what ends up happening is you start to value women that like give you acts of service, that are compliant, not a pain in the ass to be around.
Feminine.
Because very beautiful women are pain, bro. I'm telling you. Like 9 to 10 women that like literally make money on their beauty, they're the most attractive women, they always have to stop by the fucking mirror. They're high maintenance. All of you girls know a girl that's like that, that's like a pain in the ass, always trying to compete with you and shit like that. She's not fun to go out with because she's a diva. Bro, it's 10 times worse when you're a man dealing with that shit. As a woman, she knows her boundaries. She knows she can't really like try you like that. But as a woman, they try us even more the more attractive they are. So these women are not fun to be around. And after you have sex with a few of them, you're like, man, these bitches are useless. So you'll start to admire girls that might not be as attractive, but they value you, they respect you. That most important thing, they respect you. They talk to you a certain way. They understand the dominance. That's what men value more. So like the most beautiful women, after a while you get tired of that shit. So men start to appreciate like the behavior more.
Also,
To answer your question.
those actual women expect more from the man, doing less.
Oh,
Can
the
I
hot
ask a
ones?
question?
Yeah. They,
Oh, yeah.
They expect
Yeah,
the
yeah.
worlds.
Yeah.
They want everything.
Yeah, because the problem with those girls is like they've dealt with like very rich men, but they can't keep them. So what ends up happening is they end up on a fucking like a rotisserie with like multiple rich niggas.
Hamster wheel.
Because she ends up becoming a bill.
Yeah.
Like she ends up becoming a bill, and like at some point, like no matter how rich niggas are, they're like, bro, like this. Oh my god, this
Just
girl's
leave.
fucking useless. Because here's the problem: since she don't add no value, there's another bad bitch that he can get he could do that with.
Yeah.
So he'll pay the bills for a couple months, whatever. He'll trick on her for a little bit. Like, all right, I'm gonna get another one. So these girls perpetually end up on the hamster of rich niggas but can't keep none of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's like you're 29, still single.
yeah, she been in Dubai, she been in Saint Tropez, she been everywhere.
To be fair,
You know what I
though,
mean?
there's
But she don't got a man. You know what I'm
29
saying?
still single.
She been around all these rich niggas, but nobody's locked her down. That's a red flag.
Still single.
Huge.
Maybe she ain't one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There's also a
about to
difference
say,
between
right?
like the girlfriend
It's not
and the wife
accomplishment.
thing, because it's like I would argue too, like the longer women and men are together, the more they tolerate from each other, for better or for worse. Where it's like you've been with somebody so long, you know them better than anyone else, you enjoy being with them, even on the downsides, even when they might have nasty morning breath or whatever, they're like sick and not looking well. It's like, so I do feel like too, it's pretty normal with time for people to, mature into who they're eventually going to become. And with both men and women, I think that's accurate.
I mean, it depends. Like I said,
like when you are with someone for like over a decade, you're not going to be the same person that you were when you met them 10 years ago.
yeah, but okay. So with the men, here's the difference. With the men, we increase in value. With you guys, you decrease in value as you age.
Yeah.
So you guys have to become a bit more
as you
realistic.
claim. But I feel like the service, like regardless of looks aside, like the service thing does add value the older both women and men get because people have
for
health
sure.
issues. Like
yeah,
I
absolutely.
was just taking care of my husband who had surgery, and it's like he, you know, he probably could afford a health aid or whatever, but he prefers the person that knows what he looks like naked, changing his clothes and taking care of him versus some stranger in his house.
Yeah, but
Women do
again,
live-
no,
Yeah,
no
like-
disrespect to your husband, but your husband is an apex guy. So like,
Fair enough.
no
I mean,
offense.
you're
so
allowed to have your
I'm
opinion.
talking about I'm talking
happy
about
with
the a small percentage of guys that like women typically desire, but they're not able to really get like long term and retain. Because but yeah, like this girl here, like and guys, you guys would be shocked at how entitled women are. Because here's the thing, like you guys gotta understand, you guys are women, so you don't deal with women as men.
Yeah.
Right.
So, because like, you guys right now, you guys might be best friends, right? You guys love each other, but you don't know how she behaves with a dude.
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna try shit on dude. Not, I'm not saying you in particular, but like, you will not see how women behave with a man because you don't know.
You don't know that
But
perspective.
she'll try him
yeah.
when she's with him. She's gonna try him. Hey, you need to pay for this. You need to do that. Blah blah blah. And it's amazing too because like a lot of girls like don't know what their girlfriends do when they actually deal with men, like what their game is, what they do, etc. Some girls do, of course, but dealing with a woman from the perspective of a man is a completely different and really bad experience. I'll give you guys an example. There was a woman. She pretended to be a guy for like a year or two, and she ended up killing herself.
Yeah.
There's a book. She wrote about it. She literally pretended to be a man for like 2 years, and it drove her to suicide. It was that bad. Because
How
she
did
dealt
she
with
do
women from
that?
a male perspective. I'm sorry?
How does she do that? Like virtually?
She dressed up.
Oh.
She dressed up as a man. Like she dressed up. She basically like she dressed up like wearing like a costume and shit like that for like a year or two.
Okay.
I mean, is the book finished?
But why not just?
Why
like,
didn't she just
not
go back?
date people
Or like,
or
wait.
not marry people?
Look at the back. It's
Yeah.
Wait,
there's a
was
book
she
on it. So
trans?
chat.
Yeah.
What's the name of the book, guys?
So,
Chat.
so she was
Tell me.
actually a woman. She's dressed like a man for.
She just
sorry,
dressed, so
she
why can't she just take off the
cross-dressed,
costume
yeah, like
and go
she
back
I
to
guess
being
all the
yeah.
like negative
Chat. Give me the book,
feedback
please.
and being lonely and all the negative attention just got to her, I guess.
But you attract what you are, though. I mean, I have male friends that they like the women they get like they never had those problems because I mean, I
Right.
think
And the
it's also
opposite
kind of
can
normal.
also be true.
That's not every man though.
Yeah, the opposite.
I mean, but it depends
Like
on
most
the type of
men are invisible to women.
Because a lot of men think a lot of people in the States consider high value men just because some men with money but no
it Nora
morals though.
Vincent?
Like they just
Yeah,
do
like I would
anything, so.
consider a high value man again, someone that would prioritize.
because you
If
have
I'm
money,
sick
right.
and injured, can they take? Do they have the capacity to take care of me? That's like
But that's
health is
you're
number
def-
one.
It's
To me.
safe
Health
for
is
All right,
number
all right.
one.
Ladies,
Sickness
ladies.
and
A
health.
good man doesn't necessarily always be. Doesn't mean he's a high value man.
Yeah, Martin. It's
Two
on
different
Nora.
things.
Oh, fair enough.
But
Yeah, Martin.
what you said?
Yeah, it's on Nora Vincent.
Nora Vincent.
It's
Okay.
called Self-Made Man.
Okay.
Self-made man.
Okay. What was the story? Like they were a man for how long, and then they killed themselves? Okay, like 2 years or some shit.
But notice you mentioned I could take care of you, but he still needs money to take care of you.
Well, of course.
So high value.
And also, you said that you have guy friends, and you said they don't deal with this shit. Trust me, you don't know.
She was
No,
mad
I
for
You
know.
just,
18
you
months.
just don't know.
But also,
not
like,
saying
women
that.
deal with, like, I feel like
Bruh.
the more high value they get, men get, like, they feel like they can get away with more.
They're
As
entitled.
they
Their
should
I
be.
feel
ego.
like when you're
As-
with
as
someone,
they should be.
you feel
So
like
wait,
you
men
can
should
get
be
away with more.
entitled,
Yeah, because we have to earn in our
But women
time.
can't
but
be.
women shouldn't be
I'll
entitled.
explain this.
Okay.
I feel like
The
there's
reason
a
why
bad
women
way.
shouldn't be entitled is because you guys don't earn anything.
Who?
Women don't earn anything.
This is 2025.
That was very Irish. That was very Irish.
Yeah, Martin. There you go.
There you go. Right. This says yeah. So there you go.
18 months.
Was that?
18 months.
She was a man for
Yep.
18 months, right? Yeah. It went a fucking depression, killed himself. There you go. There's a book.
Earn in what
Yeah.
way?
I'm sorry.
Earn in what way? What do you
I'll
mean by
explain.
earn? Okay.
So, men,
Mhm.
our value is determined by what we create.
Hmm.
A woman's value is based on her beauty.
But
You
she-
don't have to create anything.
Women can create babies.
I think different people would
Okay,
disagree.
okay. Other than
Like-
that, what else?
Other than that, well, like, what did you say you create again? What did men create?
Okay. For men to get sexual access to women, we must create value. We must increase our status, must increase our body, must increase our income.
Not in
Men-
today's days, though.
Not
Nah,
necessarily
not
true.
really. I've seen some men with
I know a lot of
nobody.
younger men that date
None of
older
that
women
value.
as
You know the
sugar
story of
babies,
like
so.
you know women like
Can you finish?
sleep with broke. Oh, I'm
sorry,
you know what?
go
I'm
on.
so sorry.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Yeah, goddamn, nigga.
So, whether you guys agree with this or not is irrelevant, to be honest with you, because what I'm going to state here is biological fact. Men must create value. It's called Briffle's Law. Women don't see us or take us seriously unless we provide value. We must earn money. We must be strong. Status, resources, etc. Men must create not just enough resources for themselves, but they must create resources for extra people. Okay? Women, on the other hand, can provide resources, but women's value is not determined by their resources.
Okay.
When's the last time you've been on a job and you said what you do for work and a guy said, oh, no, thank you, I'm not interested. Men don't give a fuck about how much money you make, your title, your education, your bachelor's degree, your master's degree. We don't care. Women, on the other hand, do care about that. We care more about your past. You care more about our future. We're completely different. So the way a man builds value is he must earn it. Women are born with value. Okay? If you want to go ahead and get an education, that's fine. That's on you. But it doesn't affect your ability to find a mate. But for us, if we don't get an education and we don't make money, we don't get status, it does affect our ability to get a mate.
The one thing you want, though. So it affects your ability to get the mate that you want.
As a man?
Yeah. So it's not that you can't get a mate at
you
all.
could totally settle for less educated, uglier people.
Do you get what I mean?
Like,
Hold on. Is that what you would do?
I wouldn't do it personally.
So then why should
But-
we?
No, but he's saying it affects your ability to get a mate. That's not correct, factually.
It's to get
one that you
a
want.
mate that
You
you
said-
want.
let me-
That's a good qualifier.
hold on.
That's a good
hold on.
qualifier.
Wait. Even as an average guy, you do realize that average women don't want average men, right?
Yeah. You want someone that's a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So where does that put a majority of men?
Down there.
I feel like that's not necessarily true either.
So if average women don't want average men and women are dating above their caliber, guess what happens? You have less candidates, right?
Virgins.
That's what I'm telling you. You don't have no candidates. You have less.
Okay.
Pick from the less.
Okay. See, here's the thing that you're not understanding.